I didn't do it by myself. All those great things were on a team. And I was very fortunate to go to ASU and play with so many great athletes. A lot of them were top draft choices into the NFL. And then to go into the NFL and play with a lot of great guys on both the Patriots and the Raiders. So I'm blessed. And, you can't be a good defensive back unless you have a good pass rush. So, if the quarterback has all day, I don't care what kind of athletic ability you have, you're going to get beat, and it's going to be a tough year. And really funny, quick story. I played on the number one secondary in the NFL while on the Patriots. And everybody thinks, wow, those guys must have been good. No, we weren't that good, but our defensive line was horrible. I'm not going to mention any names because those guys would kill me. But it could be 3rd and 18. And instead of passing, the team would run for it and get the first. So you really have to follow the game to having a real appreciation for what people are doing. But as a player, everything on the team works hand in hand. And as great as the defenses were that I played on, we wouldn't have been a great team unless everybody on the team performed at a super high level. As athletes, someone's telling us everything, how much to weigh, if our hands are too big, if our feet are too big, if our stance is too, bad, all these different things, how fast we need to be. It's not we're just showing up and playing and, live with the results. Someone is saying, no, you got to get faster. You got to be this fast. You got to be that. Well, when you get out of football, there's no one there helping you. You're on your own. And when you're in school, there's no one there trying to prepare you for life. If you don't make it to the pros, you're going to leave that up to society. Is someone going to hire you? Who knows if you're going to get hired or not. As a black kid growing up, I didn't have one single solitary black teacher until I got to Arizona State. And that was the only teacher that looked like me in my entire life. And the class he took was African-American history, and another one was African-American literature. Those are my two black teachers, where everybody else, the teachers look just like them. And then the people that look like me, well, they're the janitor, the mailman, things like that. They're not business owners. They couldn't get loans. And now people who are giving loans to African-American folks, I feel like this must be some kind of a ripoff. That's why they're being so nice. That's the way my mind thinks a little bit now. And I don't like that. I don't like thinking that way. I'm a Christian guy. I love everybody. I want to feel like everybody loves me and I can trust them. They can trust me, that kind of thing. But it's not reality. My first concussion was in the Fiesta Bowl against the University of Missouri. And I just lost total cognition. I couldn't tell you my name. I couldn't tell you who we were playing. I could look right across the field and see them, but I didn't know who they were, and that was scary. That was really scary. And so I actually thought that I was going to be like that for the rest of my life. I didn't know that my cognition was going to come back. But at halftime, my cognition came back. And I walked over to the coach and said, hey, coach, I'm back. And he said, oh, good, Haynes. He said, great. And fortunately for me, one of the seniors, a guy named Wayne Bradley, came over and said, Mike, you don't want to go back, man. Let me do it. This is my last game as a Sun Devil. You're going to be here 3 more years. Let me finish the game. I said, well, let me go ask the coach. And the coach said, yeah, no problem, because we were beating Missouri. What I learned later about concussions is the concussion itself is not a good thing. But the worst thing is getting another concussion while you're concussed. And the most important thing to do for a player is to know that he's concussed and tell the coaches or the trainers so they can pull him, or he's got to come out of the game. Playing with a concussion, you're just taking unnecessary risk. It's like crazy to do that. My life has been all about service to others. And that's kind of what I really want to be doing with my life. I want to be trying to make a positive difference in the world and helping men and women make better decisions. I have a super passion about living a long time. My experience with the prostate cancer is what led me to saying, I'm going to have a goal. I want to live to be 125. In sports, with goals, we learn start with the end in mind and then work backwards to try and figure out how to get there. That's where it all started for me. It started with the cancer. I realized that at that point, I had never ever thought about how long I wanted to live. I just thought I would live till I was like 60, 65. I've already exceeded that. Having a goal of wanting to live to be 125, you start paying attention. And maybe if that was my goal when I was in high school and in college, I would know more about science, like biology and physiology and all these different things. They would have been way more interesting. Listen, this is how naive I was, AJ. I said, the person who spends his last dollar as he takes his last breath, that's doing it right. All right. And I really, honest to God, believe that. And then later, as I've gotten older, I realized, it would have been better if I had been thinking, make a lot of money and leave it to my kids and my grandkids and family members like that, so that they don't have to play football to have a great life.